I cheated and now I do everything I can to gain his trust back. Can reconciliation happen? I'm heartbroken. My heart feels like it's drowning and sinking and I can't eat. I sleep max 3 hours and I can't find energy or motivation to shower. I am 29F and my husband is 30M. Been together since 6 years and married since 2. I love him with all my heart. I really do. I'm not just saying it. If I had to describe him with one word, it will be perfect. He didn't let a day pass without telling me that I'm beautiful. He would always wake up at least 30 minutes before me to go out, at 5 a.m. in the morning in the cold to buy me my favorite croissant for breakfasts, that he would leave in the desk of our bedroom along with a lovely note. Every single day. I am a fucking monster. I don't deserve to live. The more I think about how he was, the more I cry. And the more I cry, the more I remember that I don't deserve to cry because I am the one who ruined my life and completely changed the personality of the love of my life. I don't know why I did. I cheated on him 2 months ago with a friend of his. After dealing with a panic attack, I immediately told him the same night. Everything changed since that day. While I was confessing to him, he didn't say a single word. He refused to speak to me the next days. I would call him, message him, try to talk to him when he was at home, and he would always ignore me. The only time I'm able to feel a sparkle of joy is when he talks on the phone with friends in the living room, and sometimes he lets out a laugh. Hearing him laughing makes me cry. Almost 2 weeks ago, while he was laying in the couch and he was about to sleep, I asked him if we could talk. He told me no, because he doesn't consider me a real human. I tried with all my strength to not let my tears flow down, and even though he didn't want me there, I sat on my knees on the floor near him, apologizing for every single thing I have done. I asked him if he wanted to know the details of what happened. He didn't answer. I asked him if he wanted to know why I did it. He didn't answer. I asked him if he wants to divorce me. He didn't answer. At one point, I just couldn't control my desperation and I started crying, and I begged him to tell me what could I do to solve this. And he still didn't answer. I got up and go to our bedroom. I cried for nearly more 3 hours non-stop. At this point, it was around 2 a.m. I just wanted to see him again, and I've gone back at the living room just to stare at him from distance. I was sure he was sleeping, but one part of me hoped he wasn't, and I said quietly to him, "If you don't want to talk to me by voice, please at least consider doing it through messages." After an hour, I returned to our bed and cried to sleep. At 9 a.m. I woke up, seeing a letter on our desk. I almost jumped from happiness without even reading the letter. I was just so happy that he took time from his life to have some sort of interaction, even if not a direct one, with me. I started to read the letter, and it was a list of the things he wanted me to do. He prefaced writing, "You are not forced to do any of these. However, if you do, I'll deeply take that in consideration." This is what he demanded from me. Asterisk block from all social medias the friend whom I have cheated on him with. Asterisk give him every password of every digital account I have. Asterisk install parenting apps to always know my location. Asterisk cut off all my friends, prioritizing male ones, block them and screenshot it. Asterisk confess my affair to my best friends and my family. Asterisk don't masturbate. Asterisk quit my job and opt for a home remote work. Asterisk don't speak to him unless he speaks to me. Asterisk decide an hour in which I would eat lunch and dinner, so he can decide his, so he never meets me in the kitchen. Asterisk don't go to parties if somehow without friends I got invited to one. Asterisk delete all my social medias. Asterisk add porn blocker in my PC. Asterisk always send him a message whenever I leave the house or I go to shower. Asterisk be more participating in home chores. Asterisk don't go to the gym. Opt to train at home. Asterisk don't drink alcohol. Asterisk if I choose to seek professional help, I have to make sure my therapist is a woman. Asterisk and lastly, don't interact with him unless or until I haven't accomplished every demand listed above. I could feel my chest becoming smaller and I felt like suffocating. I knew I deserved all this, but every single of these requests made me fall deeper and deeper into a state of depression and sadness or loneliness. Not because I think they are unfair, I didn't think they were, but it just shows me how much I destroyed his trust. I accepted to do everything listed. I started with what I believed was easier and quicker. I immediately blocked the man I've cheated my husband with. The hardest things were calling my friends and family and tell them about my affair. I've got no friends now. And even my own father despises me, rightfully so. After 1.5 weeks of trying to accomplish all his desires, I finally completed the list and I was happily ready to refer it to him. So yesterday I tried to do it. I dressed up, shaved myself, made myself as pretty as I could. He was in the living room, and I took the letter with me and give it to him. I couldn't help but smile when I told him that I've done everything he asked, and I was about to show him all the screenshots of all the people I've blocked through my phone, but he didn't even let me do that before asking me to go out the living room. I didn't want to anger him, so I left. I felt like shit. I know I'm not entitled to ask for love and for compliments, but I tried so hard that night to be pretty only for him. Hell, I tried all week to do everything he told me. And he didn't even look me in the eyes while I was talking to him. I'm desperate. Please, tell me if someone has lived through this and eventually reconciliated with their loved ones. I'm terrorized that he made me do all those things only to punish me, which I would be fine with. I do everything he asks me. But if he makes me do it only to punish me and not to see in me someone worth loving again, I don't think I can emotionally handle that. Did I ruin my life forever? Please, I need suggestions on how to do and how to behave. Edit. Thank you to everyone that commented. I read everyone a couple of minutes ago. I'd like to answer some of the most asked questions, but first I want to apologize for not responding to anyone. Yesterday, I was in a very bad place mentally and I had no one to talk to. I just needed to vent after what happened 2 days ago, me referring to him that I did what he asked me. No members of my family really want to interact with me right now, and I just thought I was going insane by keeping all this inside. After posting this thread here and in another subreddit, I logged out, because I made this account in a moment of weakness, and it violates one of his requests, which was don't use socials. But since I came to know that this was not the exact subreddit to post this, as here rely people betrayed, not betrayers, I feel obliged to give some answers, because I understand I may have hurt some stranger that read this and relate to his personal situation. After this edit, I will simply log out because I can't be here. Thank you again. So, why wasn't the guy immediately blocked? Because I never took him in consideration. After confessing to my husband my cheating, he didn't say anything to me. I spent then 2 months until now only thinking about how I hurt him. I didn't think once of this other guy. He never even messaged me as we never chatted before. So it simply did not went to my mind to block him. I was too focused on my husband. Why did I cheat? Every time I answer to this question, I don't know. I'm aware that it's a triggering answer, but I genuinely, really don't know. If I had to psychoanalyze myself, I could perhaps theorize that I did it because I got too comfortable with the love of my husband, and maybe I took him for granted and I started to get bored? I don't know. I have no idea. During the affair, it was like having a wall in front of my brain that disconnected me from my usual persona, like a fog sensation. Mid-act is when I snapped out of it and I realized I fucked up. I told him to stop, dressed, got outside in a near park and panicked. Why did I dress up to tell my husband about the list? I thought it just made sense. I genuinely, though we were gonna have a conversation that night, because the last rule was don't interact with him unless or until I haven't accomplished every demand listed above. So I mistakenly thought that once I've completed the list, we could have talked about it, and I would have found it almost disrespectful to come up to him looking how I'd look after not eating, not sleeping enough, and not showering. I suppose that deep down I wanted him to make love to me as well, yes, but I wasn't expecting it. A lot of you, like 85%, said that this marriage is over. It's hurting to hear it, but I understand. Yet, I still want to try my best to overcome this and try it all so he can forgive me for what I've done. I read a beautiful comment about interacting with him through letters like he did to me, and I think I will try that, until he will be comfortable enough to talk to me. Last bits. I've noticed that a lot of you criticized my self-centered talking mood in this post. I apologize for it. I genuinely didn't realize that I was only talking about myself. But please see it from this point as well. This is, I repeat, a desperation post made sneakily because I don't have no one else I can talk to about it, and to add to that, I can only talk about myself because my husband doesn't speak to me, so I just don't have any idea what his point of view is on this matter, and even if I did, it would not be right to speak for him. And to those couple of women that said things like, give me your husband, and similar, please acknowledge that this is very disrespectful.